What's up, VC? Todd Guy, the Thrashing Zombie here, with a contest entry for, I hope I'm saying this name right. I'll probably butcher it, but I think it's Raul Serrano. I just subscribed to him. He's a metal guy. He's only I think he said, what, 23 years old? Something like that. Like 20s. And he's got a 100 subscribers contest going on. It's a pretty simple contest. He's basically just asking us to show some records of any genre. 5 to 10 records. If you do 5 records, you get 1 entry. If you do 10, you get 2 entries. So any one genre, like thrash metal, death metal, gore grind, pop, country, has to be one genre though. He's basically just looking for, I think he's looking for new music to listen to, basically. He's a big metal guy. He's got a lot of posters on his walls. I'll try to leave a link in the description. So I was gonna do a death metal one, but I only had like 8 or 9 actual death metal bands. Well, I have more than 8 or 9 death metal albums, but he can only show one artist or band one time. So I think I only had 8 or 9. I might have had 10, but he seemed like he was more of a thrash guy than anything. Showed a lot of thrash metal. He's listening to like the 80s stuff, which is really cool for a 20-something listening to that old school thrash and stuff, which is great to see. So I got a little mix of 80s stuff and some newer stuff as well. It's alphabetical order because that's how I pulled them out. First one up is Annihilator, Alice in Hell. Debut album by Annihilator. This is the music on vinyl, 2,000 colored copies, individually numbered, 180 gram vinyl. It's a great album, great debut. With Jeff Waters. It's his band, he's been part of this band forever. And now he's doing his own singing. Singing on here was Randy Rampage. This guy right here. I think it was the only one he was on. He might have been on a later one. I don't really know a lot of the later Annihilators. Not later, but like late 80s or early 90s or so, 90s stuff. The latest ones that have come out has been Jeff Waters singing. So, there's the first one. And the next one is a newer band. They've been around for maybe 6-7 years, maybe 8. This came out in 2017. This band called Black Fast. This is Terms of Surrender. They're kind of like a black thrash, sort of. E1. I met these guys down in Manchester, New Hampshire, not England. Songs like The Keep, To Propagate the Void, The Coming Swarm, Tongues of Silver, I Conspire is probably my favorite song off of here. Even though I do love The Fall, Until Dust, To Propagate the Void is really good as well, and The Coming Swarm. Great songs. Haunted Vigil. Yeah. You can find them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Black Fast. Terms of Surrender. Good stuff. And then an older band again. This is Coroner. This is No More Color. 3-piece from Switzerland. They're Swiss, so that's Switzerland, I think, right? Anyway. This originally came out in 1989. It's a 2018 reissue. This is technical thrash with Ron Royce, Tommy T. Barron, and Marquis. I don't know. This is another great album here. Corners, No More Color. Check them out, man. And then we got Forbidden Evil. This is from 1980 something. Don't really know offhand. Mid to late 80s. It's got Paul Bostoff on drums from Slayer fame. And he was in Testament at one point. Greg Locirio, I think. Matt Camacho. Glenn Alvarez. Russ Anderson. I don't know if I said all this correctly. Forbidden Evil. It's a great album. Chalice of Blood. Off the Edge. Through Eyes of Glass. Forbidden Evil. March into Fire. Feel No Pain. As Good as Dead. Follow Me. And yeah, good shit. Their second one, I think it was their second one, Twisted Into Form, is better than this one. This one's great. That one is freaking amazing. So check out either one. Forbidden. Yeah. Okay. Here's another newer band. This is I'll open this up. This is Nervosa, Agony, 2016. I believe they are from Brazil. Doesn't say. Anyway, 3-piece again, all female, killer shit. Nervosa. Arrogance, theory of conspiracy, deception, intolerance, means war, failed system, hostages, surrounded by serpents, cyber war, hypocrisy, devastation, Wayfarer, I think, or it was a devastation. One of those has her clean singing, like pop star singing. Whereas otherwise it's like, kinda black vinyl. But yeah, the singer's in the middle. But killer shit, man. It's some good stuff. And another older band, Sacred Reich, Ignorance. First album by Sacred Reich. Very political. Death Squad, Victim of Demise, Laid to Rest. Ignorance, No Believers, Violent Solutions, Rest in Peace, Sacred Reich, Administrative Decisions. This is an original copy from 1987 from Enigma and Metal Blade. This was not the original cover either, by the way. The original cover, when they re-released this, they released it with the original cover they wanted. And the record company said that it looked too punk rock or something. I asked them on Twitter about that, and they said it looked too much punk rock kind of stuff. And they're not punk rock; they're thrash metal. Definitely good shit. Phil Rind on bass and vocals, Willie Arnett lead guitar, Jason Rainey on rhythm guitar, and Greg Hall on drums. Sacred Reich. And then we got another newer band. This is another black thrash metal band. This is Skeleton Witch with Serpents Unleashed. Very short songs on here. I think the longest one's maybe 4 minutes, and the rest is a 4-minute one, maybe around a 3-minute one, and the rest are all under 3 minutes long. The whole album's like 32 minutes or 35 minutes long. But the riffs and the drumming and the bass and just the solos just does not let up. It just kicks you in the face. This is their 4th album, I believe. This is what got me into them. I think I heard a song off of here and I was just blown away by this band. I looked for their other stuff. They have Breathe in the Fire, and two other ones. I can't remember the names of those. Beyond the Permafrost. I can't remember the other one though. This is cool. Yeah. Under it, let's see, Serpents Unleashed, Beneath Dead Leaves, I Am of Death, Hell Has Arrived, From a Cloudless Sky, Burn from Bone, Unending, Ever Living, Blade on the Flesh, Blood on My Hands, This Evil Embrace, Unwept, Born of the Light That Does Not Shine, More Cruel Than Weak. Yeah, they are some black thrash. It's got thrash type sound and music, but black metal kind of vocals and lyrics, I guess. Yeah. Depending on if you like clean vocals or not. I mean, they don't really have clean vocals. Sacred Reich does. Forbidden's fairly clean vocals. Coroner's got pretty clean vocals. Annihilator has pretty clean vocals. Nervosa, and then Suicidal Tendencies. This was like their first one where they went full thrash. And there's still some crossover in this. This is How Will I Laugh Tomorrow When I Can't Even Smile Today. Great emotional lyrics. But the riffs are great. The solos are amazing. And Mike Muir's delivery is good. They look like a bunch of like gangbangers or something, or at least he does, and these two do. These three look kind of like gangbangers, but apparently, from what I understand, they were in a gang, and that's kind of what the name has to do with, is their like gang memberships and initiations and stuff had a lot of stuff that was kind of suicidal, not like killing yourselves, but doing stuff that could get you killed. So that's where that kind of came from. But yeah, great, another great album from I think it was 87, 88. Suicidal Tendencies. This sounds a lot different, I think, than their stuff they're putting out now, which is still pretty good, but it's more kind of funky metal, I guess. This is more almost straight up thrash. There's some funky bits in here. Funky bits. And another newer band. This is Vector. Terminal Redux. They have 3 albums out. May not be anymore. Big thing. The guy that created the band, his girlfriend or wife accused him of abuse. And it's a big thing all over everywhere. But this is another technical thrash metal band. But they're all their albums have to do with like sci-fi shit. It's a 2-record set. Songs like Charging the Void, Cygnus Terminal, LCD, Mountains Above the Sun, Ultimate Artificer, and a bunch of other songs I can't pronounce. Psychotropia, Pillars of Sand, Collapse, Recharging the Void. And the first song on side C, Terapticon. Who knows? Anyway, Black Vinyl. Yeah, some long songs. 6 minutes, 7.5 minutes, 9:22, 9:12. But yes, this is all 3 albums. You have to sit there and you actually have to listen because there's so much going on in these albums. I mean, it's not just the same freaking like riff throughout or anything. There's so many time changes, so many different chord changes and riffs, and it's just, I still, when I listen to these albums, I'm still hearing shit I didn't hear before. So Vector, spelled with a K. I don't know if you can tell that on here. It's Vektor. Vector. And the last one is kind of like Vector, in a way, with the same sci-fi kind of feel. They do a lot of weird stuff, time changes and chords and riffs and stuff, and that's Voivod. This is War in Pain, their debut album. Excuse me. This is another original copy from Metal Blade Records, 1984. Songs like Voivod, Warriors of Ice, Suck Your Bone, Iron Gang, War and Pain, Blower, Live for Violence, Black City, and Nuclear War. Yeah, they do a lot of like science fiction stuff and a lot of like futuristic war stuff. But it's just so much going on in this too. Like the first 3 or 4 albums, you're just kind of sitting there like, what the hell is this? This is just insane. Crazy, crazy shit. So that's my 10 albums for Raul Serrano's 100 subscriptions contest. Hope that's good. I hope you check some of these bands out, like the newer bands. I mean, I know you've been listening to a lot of the older bands, which is great. There's a lot of new stuff out there that's also great. So good luck. If you check any of them out, I'm sure everybody else would too. Like to hear what you think. Congratulations on 100 subs. I think the last time I looked, it was 115. I think you had. That's great. Rock on.